Hi everyone. So we're going to guess the national anthem. Every country. It's not every country. Some countries from around the world that are on there. I made this quiz a while back, but then I couldn't. Like 2 months ago. But I decided I couldn't present. I didn't want to present this quiz, and I was forced to come up with other ideas because if I did this one now, it wouldn't make sense because the World Cup is today. Essentially, it's today, so yeah, that's why I'm doing it today. You just have to guess what the national anthem is based on the songs that I play. It's not going to be easy, but I'm not great with national anthems. I only know like a few off the top of my head, but most of them I don't really know. I think there's three that I know there's few well-known ones. If you watch a lot of sports events like the Olympics, the World Cup and all of that, you might hear the national anthem. And you most likely would, because the athletes are representing their country. And each country has a national anthem. I think there's only one that doesn't, that I'm aware of. I think it's Austria. I believe Austria doesn't have a national anthem. And USA has like two, I believe. And USA is one of the ones that I know, the Star Spangled Banner. I think that's how it's known because they play it at every halftime event in the NFL tournaments. So I think they're gonna have a halftime show. I hope not, because the idea of football is not to have a halftime show. I think it's just stupid. It's ludicrous because I guess that's how they do it over there in America and all that. And there's three hosts like Canada and Mexico. I don't know how Canada does things. Maybe they do things exactly how the US does it. And Mexico, which is the third country that's representing, they're playing today in the World Cup, so yeah. A lot has gone on since last week and Monday as well. So I'm nearly finishing my short film. So my short film is at the pinnacle, like towards the end. The post production, I'll just get the editor to finish. I'm just letting her know I'm still doing the credits. Please provide your full name and not your role, because I know the role. I just need the full name, or she could just write up her own full name herself. And then the music, she just get the music. She can add the music, and I provide the credits. I can email her the credits as well, so for the film, because I might go for events and screen it there. I'm not saying I'm going to be forward to festival. That film festivals. It's going to be a lot if I do that. Maybe I'm not at that stage of my career that I want to pursue that avenue. Could be good, beneficial for me. Oh, sorry, I thought something was there. Sorry. Yeah, it could be beneficial for me, like to have a film event. To screen at a festival or something. I'm just going to screen at an event and see what happens and how it's received before I consider doing a festival route. The film's like 3 minutes long. So I made it in November, but I screened it I'm editing currently. I'm not the one editing, but someone else is because I've got help. Hi, how are you? It's raining out here in London. It's pouring. I got wet. No, so it's not a great look. It's really not. Because the reason why I'm saying it's not a great look is the rain. I didn't expect to be soaking. I knew it was going to rain today, obviously, because I knew. Plus, Friday, it's going to be very warm. Oh, nice. Pakistan, nice. It's nice you're in a hot country. And it's sunny. I like rain, but the issue with rain it makes me feel like it's like wet. I'm wet all the time. And it smells, the dampness. I don't like the smell of it because it can smell very strong and all that. So, yeah, not the best. I think tomorrow's gonna in London. I think in the UK it's gonna be more. I heard it's gonna be very sunny after tomorrow. So thank God for that. Okay, before I begin, yes, I'm going to do the national anthems. You're guessing the national anthem. It's going to be tough because I don't know much about national anthems myself. I only done this quiz. I done this quiz beginning of last month. But I just didn't present it. It's either last month or the month before or something. But it was very hard to do. I'm not going to lie because I had to research every national anthem. Which ones I had to listen to them because I'm not very familiar with most of them. So that's why I had to do it the way I did it. I had to research more about it, so. Okay, if no one's joining now, then I will start the... Oh, it's above 40, okay. It's very warm. That's hot. But I think in other countries it's more better. The heat in the UK is very sticky. Not ideal. Because you sweat, but you're not really cooling down. You're just sticky a lot. It goes all over. And you smell very bad and all that. Okay, let's begin the National Anthems quiz. So, how long have I been live for? 8 minutes now. Sorry, I'm just want to know how long I've been. Okay, maybe I'll give a couple minutes before we begin. Actually, I'm just going to do that. If you enjoyed this live, please like the live and do share as well. Share with your friends, family, whoever. Because this video will be on YouTube, so you can subscribe and follow the live. Yeah, and follow my accounts on social media. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. I'm not flipping the camera today because you're only going to see me. And the quiz is audio based, so that's why I'm not flipping the camera today. So, I'll give it another 1 more minute, then I'll just start the quiz. So, I do smell very damp. It's not the best thing about this weather. Yeah, I'm gonna watch the game, the Mexico-South Africa match. That's on. That's the first match on today in the World Cup, so I'll watch that. I'm pretty excited about it, but I'm not sure how it will pan out. It's like 12 groups of 4 countries in each group. Then there'll be like a knockout stage. I think there's a round of 8. What are you doing there? What do you mean? Just live with you lot. With doing the live video today. And I do have a Zoom call in the evening. It's for like an AI thing that I signed up to. I don't really like AI. I like AI, but I don't really want to use it in my content though. I use it in my content in certain ways, like, you know. But I just don't want to keep using it every single time. I think you can use AI for adverts, for example, like to create adverts or short films, if you like. Like for instance, you can use AI to generate images, give prompts, write stories for you if you need a bit of... Maybe to help you plan and organize and create tables, graphs, anything really. I think people don't like AI and they don't trust it, but I think for some aspects I would say you can use it. I wouldn't say use it for everything. Don't let it do everything for you, basically. Because AI makes mistakes and you're going to have to correct that. And it can look obvious as well. Okay, let's start the national anthems. I think it's over 10 minutes now. I'll begin the quiz now. So thanks for joining, whoever's... You're very welcome. So let's begin the quiz. I'm only going to play like a minute, like a number of seconds or so. So, do you have any guesses? Sorry, I was supposed to say, this is the first national anthem. So, any guess on what the national anthem is? It's pretty well known. It's played in a lot of things. It's technically the anthem of where I am. If you know where I'm based, that's the guess. Because people who are watching on YouTube could also try. No, it's okay if you don't have a clue. You could just guess. Guessing is more... You don't need to be a genius, because I'm not expecting you to know everything, so... If I expect you to know, then that won't be fair on you, basically. But that's fine if you can't hazard a guess, if you can't. Okay? If you don't know, then that's absolutely fine, or if you're just here to watch, then that's also okay. The answer is the UK, or... Yeah, UK or Great Britain or England, because England are using that anthem as their own in the World Cup, or maybe cricket as well. They use this anthem very often, so it's called God Save the King, but before it used to be Queen, because they just... But she died in 2022, and then Queen Elizabeth died in 2022. Then Charles, her son, ascended the throne that like a week later or something, I don't know. Or as soon as she died, he became king and all that. So, no, he's the king now, so it's God Save the King, if you don't know the name of the song. But it's not really important. Let's move on. So this one, you may not get this one. It's okay if you can't get it, but always guessing is important. It means you're trying to learn. Yeah, I got into history a while back. I was watching a lot of history YouTube online. Maria, thanks, you're very welcome. Okay, let's do the second one. Mai, thanks. Adi as well. Okay, let's do the next one. I'm not going to play all of it, so. Any guesses? You kind of heard there was a clue in the song. If you heard, it's basically. You won't get the country, but you will get where the country is. So the clue is the word. The word starts with A, and is a consonant. So that is the clue. You don't need to know. You just guess, because if you can't guess, then that's fine. So if you're here to watch, that's also okay. If you want to partake, that's absolutely your choice. If this is an interactive quiz, you could do whatever you feel you want to do. So, because you heard the lyrics of the words, starts with A. It's a continent in the world. My family are originally from that continent. Not the country, but the continent. Because my origins trace back to. But the country's very south of Africa. So that's kind of the clue I'm giving you. I've kind of given you 2 clues already. Because I basically said the answer, but without really saying it, though. And they're playing today. It's the first game against the other Mexico. That country's playing against them today, so. Yeah, no. This one's more like a hymn. And the other one's more like. This one's like a church hymn or something. I don't know how to compare it, but Okay, so if you haven't got any clue, then the answer is South Africa. So South Africa is the answer, because they're playing, and they're playing today as well against Mexico in the evenings. But in where I am is in the evening, so the fixture is on at 8. But I think it's in the afternoon in terms of the time scale, the time difference. So the answer is South Africa, just to remind you. So next, just move on to the next one. I'm not going to translate the lyrics because I have no idea what this means, but okay, so hello Rose, thanks for coming on. And the next national anthem So basically, this country's in South America. That's the clue. South America. And it's the only Portuguese speaking nation. And they are football mad over there, so that's another clue. I guess I understand why people say they're the same. I always think they're the same. Some of the national anthems, I get confused. So they don't think they mentioned the country's name on here, but it's the language that you might hazard a guess at. And I did give you one clue, a couple clues, like it's the only country in South America that speaks Portuguese. Ennis, thanks for coming. Or N1s, beg your pardon, if I'm mistaken the name of your username. Yeah, so Brazil. Oh shoot, I guessed. I gave away the answer. Oh shoot, I ruined it though. The answer is Brazil, so sorry if I ruined that. I shouldn't have said the answer. I basically said the answer. I didn't give you a lot of time to guess. Well, whoever's guessed before I said it, then that's good. So Brazil is the Brazil's. Their national anthem is pretty well known because you hear it in a lot of venues, World Cup sports events maybe. So let's do the next one. I don't think this country. It's only like 50 under a minute. Oh shit. No, stop. Sorry about that. So, any clues on what this national anthem is? It's basically in Europe. And I have a few. If you know the facts about the song lyrics, then that is. Thank you, folks, for joining. Silas, Ronan, Devour. So this national anthem is very well known. I don't want to say well known, but it's known because of some controversy surrounding it. I think I read something about it online. But it's in Europe. That's the clue you're going to get. It's in Europe. And they did win the Euros. And the women won the World Cup. So that's basically the clues I'm giving you. If you have any idea what I'm saying, or if you knew before, then that's great. So any guesses will be nice. If not, then I will just reveal the answer is Spain. That's the answer. So Spain is the answer to that question that I've just done. So the next one, Riley, Vitality, and thanks for joining, folks. So that is... Oh, not again. We already played that, sorry. So the next national anthem... Oh, don't you start. Okay. Thank you for joining. This one is very well known. I know people are going to know this one. Any guesses? This is very famous. This anthem is more famous. I think it's the most famous anthem there is that anyone will know. So, because they're based in. Thanks for joining. You're very welcome. I'm doing well, thank you. How are you? And thank you for coming on. So the clue, I can't really give you a clue because it's known as I do. But the clue is that it's in. This is one of the countries hosting the World Cup. I believe in Jesus, of course, but I'm sorry, I'm just doing this quiz for now, so I can answer that question after. So, because Jesus is someone that could save us. He's the only person that could do that. So, okay, so enough of that. So basically, the clue is it's in this one country's 3 nations. Yeah. He will do everything for people. Jesus always there for others. He's there for me as well. It's good to pray. Praying, meditating. It helps with issues you have. You have to pray to be thankful as well. Not just having the bad times, but the good times also. Thank you for sharing. And please take care. Thank you. Okay, so if you didn't get the answer to what I was saying, sorry I got distracted, but the answer is USA. It's called Star Spangled Banner. As you've already heard, so I'll try not to get sidetracked by other conversations, but it was an interesting one. It's good to share. And thank you for sharing anyway, so. Okay. The next one is going to be a bit tough. It gets harder as this quiz goes along, so I know it will be understandable, people. Guessing is more better than not trying, so. Okay, that is that. I'm not going to play the whole thing because otherwise you'll get it. So, but it's hard. It's hard without seeing. Yeah, I'm born here in the UK, but I'm from Nigeria. My country's not there in the World Cup, and I'm part Turkish and Egyptian as well. On my dad's side, my mum's side's Nigerian. So, the answer, the clue is this country's playing today, and they're one of the 3 hosts of the World Cup. With you, if the best time to guess is when I play the song. That's the best time you should have a guess. So, before the music is paused. But any clues will be nice. If not, then... And this country's in Central America. So... Okay, so... If you don't know, it's always good to guess. I will recommend. But if not, then I will just give you the answer. It is Mexico. They're actually playing against South Africa, who I played in the second clip, the second audio that you've heard. So, Mexico is the answer. And this one, I really like this national anthem very much. They're playing against tomorrow. Yeah, that's it. Any guesses? So, this country's in Asia. And they're playing tomorrow against Czechia. Which is... I'm surprised they're one of the late qualifiers I heard yesterday during for the World Cup tournament. So any clues, guesses will be great. It's always good to take a punt, even though you don't really know. That happens to me. I don't know much, but I always do my best to take a punt. It's basically... There's another country with the same name, but it has the directions of it. There's north and there's south. This anthem, I really like it though. It gave me goosebumps, but you know, if you don't have a clue, I'll give away the answer. It's South Korea. South Korea is the answer. There are a number of more anthems. The next anthem. I think that part gives you the answer though. So any guesses on what the national anthem might be? If you have no idea, it's always good to take a punt or a guess of what the answer might be. So this country's in Southern Europe, and I think they have the longest anthem ever, apparently. From what I read, they have like 154 lines. It's very long. I don't know how long that might be in minutes though, so that's not really a question I want to answer. It must be exhausting singing that many lines though, I'm not gonna lie. So any clues? Any guesses? I meant, sorry, not any clues, because I'm the one giving clues. So if you don't have any idea on what the answer might be, I believe, yeah, the answer is Greece. Greece is the answer. It's like the oldest country, one of the oldest countries in the world, or civilizations in the world. I think the oldest civilization is the Sumerian one, I believe, so. Or ancient Egypt, one of the two. But let's move on. And this one, you may know it. Or not. Pause. So, any guess? If you don't know, I'll give some clues anyway, because that's what I do to help you get the answer. So, unless you knew before that I said it, before the clues were paused, then that's that really. So, the clue that I'm going to give you, if you don't know, in South America as well, like Brazil, and I think it's the smallest country in South America, if I'm going to be frank. But the major clue, I'll give you a major clue later. So if he has, I know these quizzes are good to challenge yourself, because you're going to be hit with challenges in life. That's why I say you need to challenge yourself. And because you may not know, but it doesn't matter. Everything else, well, I'm the one creating them, but it doesn't mean nothing. I really don't know much. But the clue is, it's the first nation to win the World Cup. And I said they're in South America, so that's another thing. And you, the host for the World Cup as well. But that's the clues I'm going to give for now. So, you know. Oh, he got it already. I was going to say the answer, actually. It says Uruguay, if you're looking for that. But watching on YouTube. So, it's a tough one. It's really tough. I'm not going to lie. If I hear it, I wouldn't even know it's there. I'm not going to lie to you. And the next one, thank you for coming on, folks. that is it. I know it's only half of 30 seconds or so, but any thoughts or guesses? And thanks. Hi, sis. Thanks for coming on, and thanks. Yes, I got the Arsenal jersey. I was gonna wear it, then I didn't wear it though, because I went to the other game. They lost. What? What do you mean they lost? Yeah, I know they lost the final of the Champions League. I know that. Okay, so this country is in the Middle East. I once did a genetic test and they said I was kind of from there in a sense. So, and they speak Arabic as well. They didn't qualify for this World Cup. I mean, last World Cup. They qualified for this one. So, there's not really a clue. That's not really the best clue. Yeah, you got the... Yeah, maybe. But the language is correct, but it's not the right country though. But you're saying Saudi Arabia. Is that your final guess? If it's your final guess, then I'll say the answer is Egypt. It's close. You got the right impression because of the language. I don't speak Arabic, but it's, you know. Don't roast. Don't roast. We're civilized chat. Okay, the next one. I'll just play the next one for like half a minute or so. Okay. This country is also in Africa, North Africa, like Egypt is. And they are competing in the World Cup as well. So any thoughts on what this country is? One of my mates is, I think one of my friends is actually from this country as well. And they speak French as one of their official languages, though. Close. Close. If that's your final answer, that's okay, but close. That's what I'm going to say to you. Okay, he's saying Algeria, Morocco, Cameroon. There's a few guesses here. People are beginning to guess, so... But I'm going to reveal the correct answer. It's Algeria. I do have a few North African friends. There's North African in Finsbury Park area, where I live. There's it's a Muslim area as well. So, Algeria is the answer to... Morocco's very culturally similar to Algeria, though, I think. But anyway, let's move on. This one... You might not get this one, to be honest. is that it's not personalised. I got it from Camden. You know those shops that hang up football shirts when you go to Camden Market area? Before you go to Camden Market. So they hang up football shirts there. And they sell cheap as well though. Because if you go Foot Locker or Sports Direct, they sell more. It's not personalised. It's from it's one of the old tops. I wanted the blue one, the dark blue with the white writing. Sorry, there's a fly. Okay, so the country did say it was mentioned in that national anthem. Yeah, you can get it from Camden. It's cheap. It cost me only 25 quid to get this top, which is surprising. Okay, the clue. The country has actually been mentioned in this quiz. Yeah, it is. It's a bargain. So the nation has been mentioned in this quiz, so... And is in Asia as well. And they're famous for cricket. And not for football, though. You might hear this if you watch cricket, whoever does. But I don't personally watch it, but you know. It's in Asian, they speak this language called Urdu. And I have a lot of Pakistani. Oh shit, it is. Okay, the answer is Pakistan, you're right. India. I already revealed the answer, it's too late now. You are in the sense of going to the right direction, but the answer is Pakistan, so. Okay. Might not be, this one will be too hard for you, but just take a guess. Any guesses? This one's very hard. You don't need to be good at it. That's not the idea. Sis, you don't need to be good. I don't expect you to get everything right. Yes, at least you're taking a guess. Poland, that's your answer, okay? It's actually not Poland, though. That's one thing I'm going to tell you. Any guesses, folks? So, you don't need to get it right, because I'm going to reveal the answer anyway. So, I always tell the people that are doing my content, that are watching my videos, to not worry about getting things right. It's not really about getting it right. It's more about It's about having a go rather than trying to be a quiz genius. So you could say, okay, Portugal is one other answer. They are in Europe, you're right. Russia, we have a few guesses here. It's Finland. The answer is Finland. I gave away the answer. I said the answer now, so it's Finland. Yeah, the language is pretty... It's not the most widely spoken language, though. So only Finland speaks Finnish, though. I've been in Finland before. Apparently it's so hard. This guy, he was from the USA. He lived in Finland for like a number of years. And he still doesn't know how to speak it, which is crazy. He's like from America originally, but he always struggled with the Finnish language, so I think this is the last one, or maybe the second to last. Pause. Okay, we already had one guess, Brazil. Okay. I'm not telling you what the answer is now, because I'm letting other people guess as well. For those that are watching on YouTube, just try and guess. It doesn't matter. I'm not expecting you to get how many right. Okay, Argentina. It's always good to guess. I'm not saying you should get it right. Barcelona, maybe. It's not a club national anthem quiz. If you want me to do that quiz, then okay, I will do that then. I think clubs do have anthems as well. Football clubs that I know. I think there's a few. I don't know that many, but it's not USA. Spain, it's not Spain. Yes, I know. I'll give the answer now if you want. I'll give it now. It's Bahamas. The Bahamas is the answer. Doesn't... Of course, if that was too hard for you. If I did it but with my eyes closed, I would even get that one. Most of them I didn't even get. I wouldn't get it in real life, though. And it's not... I already said the answers. And it's not France, because it's Bahamas, as I said before. Yeah, that is the last one. Hope you enjoyed. It was pretty long. But, for some of you would say that, but I wouldn't even class it as long. But, the live is long, yes, but, yeah. Hope you enjoyed. Some national anthems are not as well known as some other ones. One person thought if you know the American anthem, it's the Star Spangled Banner. And you'll hear it all the time if you watch a lot of videos online. That's very well known, the US national anthem and the UK one, which I played it as the first question. South Africa, I loved the national anthem. That anthem, bloody hell, it gave me goosebumps. Yeah, because to spell Star Spangled Banner, if you know it. You might watch it online on YouTube. You will see videos of it. It's only guessing, don't worry. Okay, the Star Spangled Banner. It's one of the well-known ones. It's the British national anthem. We always play it at coronations or events, really. Because it's very emotional hearing these national anthems. Well, some of them did give me goosebumps. I felt them. The Brazil one did also gave me goosebumps. Oh shoot, something's happened. Sorry, I'm coming. The live is going to be ending soon. Yeah. It impacted me in more ways than one. I just felt the South Africa one, it's about unity. I think that anthem really set me into another direction. And Brazil as well, I'm not gonna lie. I felt the goosebumps from some of the national anthems. South Korea one, I loved how beautiful it sounded. It sounded incredible. Yeah, they're both fine. Grandma went babysitting. Mum's just, she's been at home. Onkiemi, my Onkiemi stayed over yesterday. I think he went back. Yeah, some of the ones, Greece. I'm surprised Greece's anthem's pretty solid though. He left when I came back because I went to a workshop about interviewing and how interviewing. Yes, few of the national anthems gave me goosebumps, and I really loved some of the ones that I've played to you. It wasn't easy. If I did this quiz, I wouldn't even get any of them. Movies. Is that movies? I did film soundtracks before. But any film quiz on movies. What kind of films? What kind of movies are you asking about? In terms of what? Because anything could be about films. I did TikTok people that I had on here, on my lives. They're not really film buffs, to be honest. Which is a bit upsetting, but I had to tailor it to the type of audience that I'll do a film quiz, yes. Sure thing. I would let them know that you said. Okay, right. I'll try and do action, romance, telenovelas if possible. Yeah, I'll do that. The people on my TikTok, they're not really film buffs, to be honest, which is frustrating. But on my YouTube, they really like it on there, so that's why I do it there. But I'm willing to do it on here as well. Someone did complain about one of my quizzes being too difficult. But it wasn't really my fault because I made the quiz. There's one quiz I didn't even make. And they still struggled. They said they complained. A few of my viewers complained about it, so. But I'll still do those quizzes. I'm not gonna rule that out, so. Because if I rule that out, it wouldn't be fair on the person that wants to do the quiz in the first place. So. Some other people want to do it. Yeah. That's it. If you want to win, if you're competitive, I guess you are very competitive. Me, I can be, but in a respectful way. Yeah. Okay, that's it for today. I'll start getting some quizzes made for the presentation. Not do any random ones. I did one about Tenable. Pointless the other day. But it's not really, I didn't create the quiz. I actually found the game online. you have to get the most obscure answer, which is hard, you know. Okay, so that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed and you gained new information and knowledge. This video will be online. We'll be on YouTube as soon as this live is over, so that's it for today. Bye for now.